is Nitya, Assistant Professor, Department of Mathematics from St. Anne's Arts and Science College. Today we are going to see the density and volume based on the integrals. So we are having last class we have seen the centroid using the double and triple integrals. Today we are going to see the density volume. Based on that we are going to see some problems. Okay. So note, if density is given, then x bar equal to double integral r rho x dy dx divided by double integral over r rho dy dx, and y bar can be written as double integral over r rho y dy dx whole divided by double integral over r rho dy dx. So this is the formula for density. So let us see the first problem. A plane lamina of non-uniform density is in the form of quadrant of the ellipse x squared by a squared plus y squared by b squared equal to 1 if the density of any point x comma y be k xy, where k is the constant. Find the coordinates of the centroid of the lamina. So what they have given, a plane lamina of non-uniform density. So it's a plane lamina and it doesn't have the uniform density, which is in the quadrant of the ellipse. It lies in the quadrant of the ellipse, that is x squared by a squared plus y squared by b squared equal to 1, and it is density at the point xy can be written as kxy. Then we have to find the coordinates of the centroid of the lamina. So we know that centroid formula is x bar comma y bar. So density is rho, which is equal to, they have given us kxy. So the given ellipse equation is x squared by a squared plus y squared by b squared equal to 1. Therefore x bar can be written as double integral of r k in this instead of rho in the definition. So we are applying the kxy. Okay, so here also kxy dy dx. See here. So rho into dy dx, rho into x dy dx. So we are writing like that. Now just x bar equal to, you can take the k outside and cancel it and write the remaining terms. So x squared by dy dx and xy dy dx. Likewise y bar equal to kxy, that is in the place of rho. So rho y dy dx, so kxy. Likewise here also we are taking the k outside and cancelling, and we are arriving on result. Now y squared equal to, that is from the equation they have given, no, x squared by a squared plus y squared by b squared equal to 1. From that y squared equal to b squared into 1 minus x squared by a squared. It can be written like this. Now y can be taken as root of this term. So b into root of 1 minus x squared by a squared. Now put y equal to 0. So what will happen? So x squared equal to a squared. So x is equal to a will come. Now x varies from, as usual, the limits, that is x varies from 0 to a, and y varies from 0 to b into root of a 1 minus x squared by a squared. Now apply the limits in the x bar and y bar and you can get the answer. So double integral over r x squared y dx dy, that is this one, x bar, numerator of the x bar. So apply the limits here and get the answer. Okay, so take the 1 by 2 outside. That is after integrating we are getting that 1 by 2 into x squared then to y squared, then dx should be there, then apply the limit 0 to b into root of 1 minus x squared by a squared. So we'll get the answer like this, and then after cancelling we are arriving the result as after integrating that dx also we are getting the answer as a cube b squared by 15. Next one, double integral over r xy dy dx, that is this one, denominator of the x bar. So here also we are applying the limits and integrated, apply the limits as well as the integrate dx and apply the limits and get the answer as a squared by b squared by 8. So x bar equal to this term, a cube b squared by 15 into 8 by a squared b squared. After cancellation we are getting 8a by 15. Similarly by y bar we should find 8b by 15. Therefore the centroid equal to 8a by 15 comma 8b by 15. So for y also you have to find separately, that is this one. So numerator of that y and denominator of the y bar, both you should find and then get the answer as 8b by 15. Okay, so centroid is x bar comma y bar. We have to find the plane of the lamina. Next one, volume we are going to see. It's very important. Triple integrals in the volumes. Find the volume of the region dx dy dz bounded by x is equal to 0, y equal to 0, z is equal to 0, x plus y plus z equal to 1. See the problem here. Z equal to, from this z equal to 1 minus x minus y. So z is varies from 0 to 1 minus x minus y, since they have given the z as 0 here. Now put z equal to 0 and y equal to 1 minus x. Then you will get y varies from 0 to 1 minus x. Likewise put z equal to 0, y equal to 0, x equal to 1, x varies from 0 to 1. Now apply the limits and get the answer. Okay, this is now we are going to see the important question, that is find the volume of the ellipsoid. and we are in the double integral. Okay, so the question will be given in the 10 marks or 5 marks, and definitely it will come in the university as well as the internal also. So start learning this question. This is an important question, so you may expect in all the examinations. And the examination they may be asking, find the volume of ellipsoid alone they can ask. If you are asking ellipsoid, you have to write this one and start doing the problem. So some cases they may be have given this also, this term also. So find the volume of the ellipsoid means x squared by a squared plus y squared by b squared plus c squared by c squared equal to 1. Now using the double integral, v equal to double integral over s z dy dx is a volume integral for double integral formula. So given that the ellipsoid, so from that z squared we are finding, so z equal to plus or minus c into root of this term will come. Now we should divide by 2, we should divide x by 2, that is a plus or minus z, so that s be the area bounded by the ellipse x squared by a squared plus y squared by b squared equal to 1, and the plane z equal to 0 they have given. So volume is double integral over s z into dy dx. So z can be 2c into this one, root of 1 minus x squared by a squared minus y squared by b squared into dy dx. That is here I have shown that we should multiply, sorry not divide, multiply by 2. Since it's a plus or minus z, we are getting the value as plus or minus, so we are multiplying by 2. So 2c into that term. So 2c into we are writing, and using the polar coordinates elliptical, we know that x is equal to au cos t, b equal to bu sin t, we have seen already. So y varies from 0 to 1, t varies from 0 to 2 pi. So apply that. So root of 1 minus x squared by a squared into minus y squared by b squared equal to root of x value is au cos t. So a squared u squared cos squared t divided by a squared minus b is bu sin t. So b squared u squared sin squared t divided by b squared. From this, so this is named as root of 1 minus u squared. Okay. So volume is 2c into root of 1 minus a squared abu du dt, and then apply here. So then after integrating, we are getting the answer sin theta. Before integrating, we are using the, since it is a polar coordinates, we are using u equal to sin theta, d equal to cos theta d theta. So root of 1 minus u squared equal to cos theta. Now we can apply 0 and 1 in the u place, so we will get the sin theta as 0, and another sin theta, that is in the place of 1 we are having pi by 2. So apply the limits and write the answer and get the answer as 4 pi a b c by 3. It's very very important question, so please definitely go through this, you may expect in all the examinations. Next question, find the volume of the paraboloid. So they have given volume, we have to find x squared plus y squared equal to 4z, cut off the plane z equal to 4 they have given. So we have to draw like this, we have to cut the plane z equal to 4 also. So z equal to x squared plus y squared by 4. So this we are taking as z2 and z1 as 4, since z equal to z1 minus z2 we are taking. So z equal to 4 minus x squared plus y squared by 4. So volume equal to 4 into, that is the volume of the paraboloid is 4 into double integral z dy dx. So here we are taking the first quadrant, so it comes under the polar coordinates x equal to r cos theta, y equal to r sin theta. So r varies from 0 to 4 and theta varies from 0 to pi by 2. Apply the limits and get the answer. Now a circular hole of a radius is made centrally through a sphere of a radius a. Find the volume of the sphere remaining. So circle we are having, sphere we are having. This is the first circle, then outside is a sphere. So we are having that separate formula for the sphere and circle. Since the circle is a 2 dimension, so the x squared plus y squared equal to b squared. Sphere is a 3 dimension, so x squared plus y squared plus z squared equal to a squared. So from that we can find the limits first. So x squared equal to a squared minus x squared minus y squared. From that z equal to plus or minus root of we are getting. So volume of the whole circle can be written as v1 equal to 2 into double integral over s of z dy dx. So therefore circle, we know that r cos theta y sin theta, we know that the polar coordinates. So v1 equal to 2 into double integral of 0 to b and 0 to 2 pi. So how? Because r, if you are applying 0 to b and theta will becomes a 0 to 2 pi. So apply the limits and get the answer for both the terms. And then again one more, we are converting that as a t, and then we are doing the problem. Okay. So volume of the whole, there is this hole they are finding. Circle, sphere and a circle we are having, no in between the space we are finding. Find the volume of the sphere remaining they are giving. So this time this so volume of the whole we are finding out. So we can know the volume of the sphere equal to 4 by 3 pi a cube. We know the volume of the sphere formula. In the lower classes we got learned this. Remaining volume equal to V equal to V2 minus 1. Subtract and get the answer as the remaining volume. Okay. So unit 2 ends now. The double and triple integral combining of the multiple integrals in the unit 2 ends now. So all the very best for your examination. Do well. Thank you.